Hello guys. I actually had a friend of mine ask me what I was wearing today because she said I looked really beautiful, and I was like, oh, thanks. So I figured I would hop on and tell you what I'm wearing today because I actually went shopping on Sephora.com and I got some new stuff that I used, so of course I want to share it with you. The first thing that I got is the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know everyone's freaking out about this one recently, and for good reason. I have is it the Artist palette? And I love that one. But this one is absolutely stunning. Let me pull this up so you can see it a little bit closer. And when I first saw it, I went, well, why is everyone freaking out about it? I mean, it's pretty, but why is everyone freaking out? But then I had to remind myself that's what I did with my Artist palette. The other palette that I have by Anastasia Beverly Hills, or Anastasia, however you prefer to pronounce it. That's what I did with the other palette that I bought from her. I thought, well, I mean, it's got some cool colors, but why is everyone freaking out about it? First of all, let me just say, the pigmentation in this is phenomenal. So I'm actually going to show you. This color right here, I'm going to do a swatch. It's called Love Letter. You can watch me do this. Look at that. Look at that on my finger. That's one little swipe. Look at how much is still left on my finger. And look at that on my hand. Look at that. That's crazy pigmentation. But then I thought about it and went, well, am I going to use all these colors? Yes. Yes, I am. Because I thought about it and went, with my kind of blue eye, like, sometimes they're a little bit more green, but they're bluish green, and they change color. But I could really make the blues in my eyes really stand out with this palette, so I had to take a step back and go, okay. And so actually all of my eyeshadow, I'll get kind of close so you can see all the colors I got going on here. I actually have Primavera right here. That's this color. It's a really nice, pretty champagne. Let me. You can see right here. And then I have the Golden Ochre. Right next to it. And then I did Warm Taupe. And then last but certainly not least, Cypress Umber. So that's what I did for my eyes to really make use out of my new palette. Then I did my eyeliner, which is part of the, what's the collection? Is it like the Native Tribe collection by MAC or something? I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is called Broke. And this is a nice kind of bronzy copper gold fleck. I don't know if you can see all the color that's in there. See if I can kind of blend it. I don't know if you can. I'm trying to get it so you can see a little bit more of the shimmer that's in here. And I was hoping maybe by blending out a little bit, or like kind of smudging it, you could see a little bit more. There. See a little bit more of that shimmer in there? It's absolutely stunning. And it's not really like, when you look at it, it's not really a, it's not really brown, it's not really black, it almost looks like a combination of the two. It's like a really deep, rich brown black, if that makes sense. But it's really nice, and I think if you were doing smoky eye but you wanted something to kind of shade in with black, I think this would be a really good liner to use. So then I did like my foundation, which is the Studio Fix Fluid in NW10, because I'm pasty. You guys can see. I'm pretty, yeah, see that? Pretty pale. Don't let the bronzer fool you. I am really pale. Which is why I got the Lock-It, Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in white. It's actually called Whiteout. And I mean, it is like white. I'll show you here. It is white. And that was my like concealer and highlight color. Like, it's white for a reason. Do I like it? Yes. Kind of, it blends out really well. I mean, just that little bit. I mean, it goes a long way. So, I really like that. Not that I don't love all of Kat Von D's products anyways, which would explain why I got 2 of her Shade and Light eye quads. This one is the Plum Quad, which, if I can open it, looks like this. Ooh, sorry. I'm trying to hide the mirror so you don't get all the reflectiveness. And then I got the Smoke, which has like blues, and this is actually a lot more gray than it's showing up here. It almost kind of looks blue in my camera. But I got those. I will do a look with those soon, but as to when, I don't really know. For my, what am I trying to say? For my contour color, I actually used Lunatic Cosmetics Labs. Oh my god, I almost forgot what they're called. Lunatic Cosmetic Labs, their contour palette. And I actually used this color right here, which I believe is, gosh, I can't even remember now. Oh, and of course there's no color listed on it, so hang on. I'm like dropping it really badly. Which is number 6 light brown, and then my bronzer was the number 9 brown. So this was my contour, this was my bronzer, and then my blush was actually this one, which is the light pink. So that's what I did, and back up a little bit. That's what I did, and just went through and went under and over. I did my brows with 2 different items. I did the Redhead MAC, oh, it's upside down, whoops, the MAC Brow Pencil in Redhead, and I did that just because it gives it a little bit more of a line for me. Like, I could have done a different pencil, but I like this one because it gives it a little bit more color. The blonde was just a little bit like, or like the color that they recommend for blondes was just a little bit too light for me. I didn't really like it because I used the Dip Brow from Anastasia Beverly Hills in Taupe. So that's the color that I typically use, so I wanted something that was a little bit deeper and would go better with my hair color because I have blonde, I have a little bit of brown, so I didn't want anything too light. Then, let me see, I have the Tarteist Lip Paint in Brownie. That's the lip color that I'm wearing, which I actually love. It's like a really deep, a nice chocolate brown. And I've always been looking for a really good brown. Kat Von D had a brown a while ago. It was called Mi Vida Loca, and I still have it. And I love it, but I was looking for something else that would be a little bit more matte instead of a lipstick. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, here we go. I have my luminizer, or my highlight color, in Lightscapade. by MAC, which I absolutely adore with all of my being. And then my mascara, which is, I think it's like the Extreme Dimension Waterproof. So, there you go. So now all my friends can be happy and they know what I did, and now they can copy it too. Have a good day, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Like and subscribe, and I'll come back with more videos in just a little bit. Bye.